Bulungu meerkats encounter black Korhan, male on the right, and a black Korhan female on the left. Eupodotes afra. These are terrestrial nesting birds, and they have very well camouflaged eggs. And the female is also very well camouflaged, brown and white speckles. The male has red, yellow, white and black markings on his body. The meerkats are just alerted now to a strange sound in the distance. Interestingly, the black Korhan is what we like to call a member of the anti-predator alarm system in this vigilance network or symbiosis, this alliance in the Meerkat Magic Valley here, the Meerkat Magic Conservation Project in OUDTSHOORN, Western Cape, South Africa. The meerkats interact with many different species of animals, and as long as we are with the meerkats as observers, and the meerkats accept and tolerate our presence, other animals look at the meerkats, listen to the meerkats. If the meerkats alarm, the other animals alarm. If the meerkats don't alarm, however, and we are with them, other animals don't alarm at our presence either, allowing us to get some incredibly close-up interactive viewing with animals that we would otherwise not be able to even find in the wild. I'm standing about 25 meters away only from absolutely wild Korhans, and it's extremely unusual, I found, to get this close to the female Korhan. The males tend to be a lot more showy, so they don't run off as quickly as females usually would. I see there's a third one, possibly offspring of this pair of Korhans. The meerkats are within a few meters or less of these two animals. It's incredible. And the black Korhan male isn't running, he's putting out his wings now in the display, clearly to make himself look larger. Could be interpreted as more intimidating. And of course, that's what I'm seeing being an observer here, but if I was by myself, the Korhan wouldn't put up his wings at all, he would run from me. So it's by being around the meerkats that we start to see interactions like this, as I was mentioning, with the symbiotic relationships happening. So watching things interact with each other in a beneficial way. Of course, if the Korhan suddenly alarm, the meerkats will benefit. If the meerkats alarm, the Korhan will benefit. They're not competing for food, it's enough for everyone. Black Korhan typically will fly up into the air suddenly and then form a short little circular kind of flight pattern, putting his legs out long before he lands, parachuting downwards almost like he's going to crash. And this is followed usually with lots of cackling sounds. It's a territorial demarcation, vocal. It lets females know where he is, probably also that males should stay out the way. And then he keeps quiet very quickly again, otherwise he might actually lure predators towards him. I see they're moving off now. The meerkats are now still standing up on guard just before they head to their sleeping burrow for the night in the valley, which I like to call the Meerkat Magic Valley. Something's alarmed the meerkats. They've all run to what we like to call a nearby bolt hole system. Bolt holes basically scatter the predator's attack very efficiently, and meerkats will get to these quickly and then head back to what they were doing right afterwards once the threat has gone. Bolt holes only have a few entrances and exits usually. There are thousands of them throughout this valley, but there are only a few sleeping burrows which have many entrances and exits. In term, these sleeping burrows, meerkats spend at least one evening there through their own choice, I would say, not because they were trapped there by predators. Sometimes has happened in the past at bolt hole systems, forcing them to spend the night there. Everyone's on high alert. Never more than a quick run to a bolt hole system. Of course, their very survival depends on their knowledge of where these burrows are. As as I like to say out here, if you snooze, you will lose. You will not receive a second chance. The predators out here will not hesitate to attack, and they know where they're going. So if you're a meerkat that hesitates, takes too long looking for food, for example, or eating something that it's not supposed to be eating, some people think meerkats are eating large food items, meat, etc., which they do not. They'll simply become